All right, so in this video, I'm going to discuss if you should be getting the Mexican passport and citizenship, or you should consider the Mauritian passport and Mauritian citizenship. Both are very strong passports. Both have passport programs. They're indirect programs. They aren't like the CBI programs where you pay a bunch of donation and you get them. Obviously, each one has their unique advantages. And in this video, I'm going to clarify which is the better option between these two. Now, Mexican passport is the green, rich, beautiful, solid, strong passport. The biggest advantage of the Mexican passport is that it gives you a lot of access and coverage. A lot of people, when they think about Mexico, they think that they have to go and live in the country, spend time over there. If you become a Mexican citizen, that means that you have to dedicate your life to Mexico or something. Well, that's not necessarily true. You can if you want to, but citizenship and getting the passport is a different process. Staying or not staying in the country is a different process. The reason why the Mexican passport is so strong and so useful is because it gives you access to EU. It gives you access to Canada. Now, Canada is one of the CUNA countries. It's not that easy, right, to get that access. So it has that strong access that tells you something. Either if you have access to US or Canada, that means it's a top tier passport, and Mexican passport is top tier for those reasons. The two simple ways, and there are other ways, but the two simple, straightforward ways of qualifying for the Mexican, I should say 3 ways of qualifying for the Mexican residency that can then be converted into citizenship in 5 years. That's a flexible residency. So to start off with, you don't have any, there's no expected minimum stay that's needed. You can stay as long as you want or as less as you want, as long as the reason why you've gotten it is consistent with what you have told the immigration authorities. The 3 ways are, the first way is by showing them 55K USD approximately in your bank account for the past 1 year. So that's one way. The second way is if you have a modest earning, let's say you earn $2,600 a month, very modest, right? Most of the people watching this channel would be earning that much. So if you earn that for the last 6 months, then you can qualify. The third way is simply purchasing a property in Mexico, 350K plus, you purchase your own condo. This is not a donation, you're purchasing your own property in the country, and that qualifies you for the Mexican residency. As I said, that can be converted into citizenship. That's for Mexico. Now, when you talk about Mauritius, again, a very exotic passport. It does give you Japan, China, Russia, dream access for a lot of people. A lot of people are fascinated and crazy about the Russian access. Now, because of the war situation, obviously, it's less desirable as compared to before, but still a lot of people are fascinated once they have that. So the Mauritian passport is pretty exotic in the sense that it does give you all the controversial countries, all the in-demand countries, the non-Western countries, if you will. What it does not give you is that Western access, right? It doesn't have Canada, it doesn't have US, it doesn't have Australia. So really you're lacking a lot of what the Mexican passport offers you. In that sense, it's a clear winner. Now, when you talk about the jurisdiction, I think Mexico is more useful because you have a bigger country, larger population, more people. Let's say you're dating, you have more people. You're starting a business, you have more people. In general, if you just want to go and diversify your time or your assets, there's more opportunity inside of Mexico. You can do a whole lot. A lot of people will prefer having events and, just presence in Mexico for whatever reason. So in that sense, it's far much more useful than a tiny island like Mauritius. Mauritius is good for the locals who live there, but for an outsider to go and establish any kind of life, it's not a very immigration friendly country. Like, yes, you can visit, it's very visitor friendly, but when you talk about moving there for the rest of your life or some portion of your life, then obviously Mexico is a clear winner. The only one advantage of the Mauritian aspect is, the Mauritian option is, it has tax advantages. It's a tax optimized solution. If you compare and contrast this with the Mexican option, Mexico is not obviously a tax-friendly jurisdiction. So we're looking for taxation, tax advantages, then Mauritius makes sense. Now, practically, how many people are going to switch their residency to Mauritius, start living there full time to avail those tax benefits? That's a big question to be asked. If you're in corporate in Mauritius, then again, there's some complications over there. It could be worked out, but again, you're looking at a lot of permutation combinations, and a lot of people are fascinated by the idea of a tax optimized solution. Even Paraguay is a tax optimized solution, but when it comes to actually physically implementing on it, when it comes to residency, a lot of people actually never even use that option. Having said, it's not a bad option, it's a good option. The passport itself is pretty useful. Anyone would want to have that passport in their portfolio. There's some very contradictory assessment about the citizenship, the dual citizenship concept, etc. There's no point discussing it, because then you have the people jumping one way versus the other. Again, if you're interested in Mauritius, work with one of the leading firms in Mauritius. Great attorney coverage there. Mexico obviously is our bread and butter, if you will. So that's an option as well if you want to get started with that. The clear winner between the two for me, obviously, hands down, any day Mexico. Mauritius is good. It's fascinating. It's a nice exotic option to look at. Practically, how many takers, how many people actually want to get that? It depends. If you are in that region, someone from China would find Mauritius more attractive. Most of my calls and people and clients who are interested in Mauritius are from the other side. If you are more from the western side, then Mexico hands down is the straightforward better option, and it all depends upon what you're trying to accomplish. All right, before you go, let me know in the comments what you feel, which of these two options is a better option and why. And if you haven't subscribed, make sure to turn on the bell notification and subscribe to my channel. So that'll help you keep on track and up to date with all the latest analysis, news breaks, etc. within the RCBI domain. And if you like this video, give me a thumbs up, and catch you in the next one.